And it's not only an English schools title for Sophie Papps of Berkshire in that Intergirls 100 metres, but it is an English schools best performance, improving the previous best by 3/100ths of a second. She's talking now to Mark Richardson.
Raw as you cross the line, what did that mean to you?
So much, like everything. I've been waiting for it for years, and I just wanted to do everyone proud, and I feel like I have. I feel like I've done it, so I feel good.
Well, you've got plenty to feel proud about, including a championship record.
Yeah, I knew I could do it. I feel fit. I ran well through the heats. We ran in the semi, and I wanted it. I wanted it bad.
And it was so impressive with the top speed that you came through in the latter stages of that race.
Yeah. No, I didn't have the best of starts, so yeah, I wanted it that bad. I wasn't going to let her get it. So,
Sophie, it really showed. Many congratulations. Well done.
Not much wrong with that performance. Sophie Papps, she is the intermediate girls 100 metre champion for 2011. 11.78. The wind reading plus 1.4 metres per second, and in the really for a sprinter that's pretty close to perfect. Daryl Nater it was of London who came through for the silver medal, sharing the same time as Uzoma Nwachukwu of Middlesex.
Well, the start list then for the intermediate boys 400 metres final. Ed Hall of Kent drawn in lane 1. Linus Field of Middlesex in 2, Daniel Heald of Greater Manchester in 3, Clovis Assong of Greater Manchester, more about him in a moment, in lane 4, Dos Santos of London in 5, Scott Atkinson of West Yorkshire in lane 6, Liam McDevitt of Berkshire in 7, and Derice O'Callaghan of Bedfordshire in lane 8. Well, certainly Clovis Assong with a best of 47.64. He's ranked number 1 in the United Kingdom, 7th on the all-time list as an under-17. And this young fella will take some beating here today. He's drawn in the 4th lane, the seeded lane. He's a big, solid citizen, and really... Incidentally, this is the event in which Mark Richardson, our interviewer, holds the United Kingdom record at 46.43. That was set way back in 1988. Chris Clark holds the record here, though, at 47.18, and that was set in 2006. Lane 6 there, that's Scott Atkinson of West Yorkshire, just going across the lanes quickly. That's O'Callaghan of Bedford. That belongs to the Luton Club, drawn on the outside. Well, certainly clear favourite. From the Greater Manchester, in fact, it's a Greater Manchester Club Championship, this in a way, with the two fellas Heald and Assong. Well, this fella's also set the under-15 record as well at these championships back in 2009. He's met Daniel Heald on 5 occasions across 2009 and to 2011, has beaten him on all 5 occasions, so really... Hall in 1, Field in 2, Heald in 3, Assong in 4, Dos Santos 5, Atkinson 6, McDevitt 7, O'Callaghan 8. The final of the intermediate boys 400 metres. Well, an orthodox start for the favourite here, Assong. Very, very unusual to see a standing start from a man who can run that quickly.
Set.
Well, he's just ambled away. He must be pretty confident. Right on the outside, O'Callaghan is going very strongly indeed. Now he's starting to move. Look at this, he's past Dos Santos of London and down the back straight, starting to motor down towards 200 metres. Right on the outside, O'Callaghan of Bedfordshire has really gone off well. He's challenging, but certainly the leader now, as they come off that bend at 200 metres into 300 metres, is going to be the favourite Clovis Assong. He's a big powerhouse, I have to say that, and O'Callaghan has really run well here, right on the outside, but now he must be discouraged by the fact that the big man has come through on him. Clovis Assong charging down the straight, and his teammate Daniel Heald, also of Greater Manchester, in second place. But look at this, he's absolutely powering down. 47.39, just outside the championship record. Heald was second, but my goodness me, that was an amble. His first 150 wasn't that interested, but I tell you what, between 150 and 250, he just charged through. absolutely blasted them away. And then by the time he got off the bend, his transition into the home straight was so solid, he just floated into the home straight. And power, such power. Now if he learns a little bit and gets a little bit better at his starting, then my goodness me, what can he achieve?
Well, he's given the record about a 3-metre start from that standing start. And I hope Charles van Commen is watching this, because this fella is very raw indeed. But he's so talented, he's such a talent, that there'll be other sports watching this and thinking, hang on, tuck a rugby ball under his arm, he'll be on my wing tomorrow. So I think athletics needs to keep hold of this fella, because he will be very promising in years to come. Standing start, and not even a good standing start. Yet he's run this and he's gone close to 47 seconds. He is an outstanding talent. Athletics needs to protect this fella. And you have to try and remind yourself here, he's an Inter boy. He was born in 1994, towards the end of it as well. He's very young.
Well, he's very young, but he's also set himself a personal best at 47.39. His previous figure is 47.64. He is ranked first in the United Kingdom. He was 7th before this on the all-time list. And my goodness me, what a talent. We've said it so many times, we've used the name several times, but this has been the platform for many, many great Olympians in the past, and I just wonder if we're looking at another one. Well, Clovis Assong of Greater Manchester, what a runner, but what about that start?
Well, Clovis, I'm almost speechless. You absolutely toyed with the field and toyed with the event.
Oh, well, I've been training very hard for this. And I was actually going for the record, but I was just a little bit short, so...
And you look really at home at this environment, but there's one aspect that's not. Your start, it's so unusual. Talk me through that.
I feel more comfortable doing a standing start than using blocks. Of course, that changes my running style, so...
I'm not sure if you could feel the buzz of energy around the stadium, but everyone is so excited about the potential that you're demonstrating this event. What have you got to say about that?
Nothing.
You're in raptures. You can't take it all in. Well, it was magnificent. Thank you for that performance. Well done.
I tell you what, Mark, he said it all on the track. He really did. Oh, he's got a little bit of a sore hamstring there by the look of it as he moved away, but my goodness me, there's the fella that ran him on the outside and must have wondered what on earth happened there. Big crowd, big moment, big result. Clovis Assong, Greater Manchester, 47.39. Daniel Heald, Greater Manchester, 49.06, though the club championship decided. And Vosta Santos of London, 49.42 in third. Great gold medal for Clovis Assong.
Well, Britain has produced more than a fair share of world-class half-milers over the years, and I wonder if one of these will be a future Olympic or world champion. 8 of them lining up for the final of the intermediate boys 800 metres. Well, perhaps the lanes to look out for, lanes 4, 5 and 6. They're in lane 4. That's Matt McLaughlin of Middlesex. He's a Shaftesbury Barnet Harrier. He's run 153.8 this season. Alongside him for West Yorks, that's the tall fellow wearing 5, Jordan Bransberg. That's Sean Wiley actually wearing 5. The blue colours of Berkshire, the Bracknell athlete. Alongside him will be Jordan Bransberg wearing 85, just tucked in behind them. They are the 3 principals in this intermediate boys 800 metres final. 2 athletes from Middlesex, Hugo Fleming in lane 7. So the athletes waiting in front of those blocks for the start of the intermediate boys 800 metres. 41, there you can see Sean Malloy, the Tunbridge athlete wearing the colours of Kent. Callum Todd is wearing 77, the Surrey athlete from Windsor, Slough and Eton. He's run 157.2 this season. The English schools record, by the way, held by Michael Rimmer. Mike Rimmer, who won the silver medal at last year's European Championships in Barcelona. Rimmer ran 150.93 back in 2002 to set the English schools record. That was when the championships were held at the Harvey Haddon Stadium in Nottingham. But coming across there, the athlete wearing 53 is Matt McLaughlin, but just moving into the lead, Sean Malloy, the sky blue vest of Kent.
Actually, it looks quite a good pace, this. They've really taken it on, and Malloy, who won the Kent Schools, he's been a champion before at the under-15 level, got a 155.3 to his credit, but this is still, they've just steadied down just a little bit as they come up to approach the bell, and that's when the race will really begin. Now, it's very, very interesting to see how this tactic will emerge now, as we look at one of the athletes taking over in there. That's Brandsburg, Jordan Brandsburg. We haven't mentioned him. He's now right up on the shoulder of the leader, who we've already described. That's Sean Malloy of Kent.
And they're through the bell in about 55 seconds, so they're looking maybe at something in the region of 152, maybe 153. They've got 300 metres to go, and it's still Malloy who's got the curb. Brandsburg of West Yorkshire just moving alongside him. He's now hit the front, and he's kicking ahead now and starting to stretch them out. There's about 10 metres from first to last, but Jordan Brandsburg, who finished 6th in this final last year, going round the top bend inside the last 120 metres, but he's beginning to fade just a little. Has he mistimed that run? Malloy is coming back at him wearing 41. The athlete there wearing 33 is Dudley Mason of Hants. But look at Malloy, where he came through the bell in front, and he's got back in front here, and he takes the title, 152.85. That is the winning time. And in the end, it was all fairly comfortable for Sean Malloy. Jordan Brandsburg kicking down that back straight, but really in the end, I think that run was rather mistimed. He ran out of gas coming up the home straight. But it is that fella, Sean Malloy, the Kent Schools champion and a former junior champion at these championships as well. There he is, his second English Schools title.
Well, let's just have a look how this race emerged here. It was anybody's race at this stage. Malloy having the race or lead taken away from him by Jordan Brandsburg of West Yorkshire, 6th in the championship last year, and he really fancied his chances here. And also did Dudley Mason of Hampshire coming through in the red vest into 3rd place. A little bit of a gap opening up here, and all of a sudden Sean Wiley, number 5, started to make an approach. But this is where Malloy looked very composed, didn't he? He looked very, very composed as he came through to take this. Malloy wins it, Brandsburg in 2nd, and Mason in 3rd. 152.85 is the time given on our computers. We'll confirm all that for you in a moment. But it's a very, very good, strong, competent, mature finish by Sean Malloy to take that intermediate boys 800 metres title.
Well, he's only a year 10 as well, so he's 1 year early.
Well, I've been joined once again by Catherine Murray down in the infield, and there's been some fantastic athletics so far, Catherine, but you've got to say the standout talent so far is Clovis Asong in the 400 metres.
Phenomenal, John. He was the pre-event favourite. He'd looked good through the rounds. It was a case of how fast is Clovis going to run. But you know what? He just looks so smooth, and he's strong and he's powerful, and it looks like he's got a racing brain already for such a young age. And it was a dominant performance, but a very impressive technically from a 400 metre point of view performance.
And we can see him perform now. Is this all about natural talent, or has there already been a significant coaching element, do you think, here?
Well, that's what I'd love to find out. That's what we were talking about. You know, is Clovis in a club? You know, does he have a coach already? If he hasn't, it makes it even more special. If he does, then keep up the good work, because what's happening is it's working and working very well. But he is smooth, and you know what? I'm going to say there's a little bit more in the tank there from Clovis Asong, because he looks very controlled and very comfortable. And I've got a feeling maybe doesn't know how good he possibly is, because it was a very good run and a very strong run as well.
Catherine, how good is athletics of keeping talent like Clovis? Because I'm sure football scouts, rugby scouts, everyone's thinking, I want that guy. How good is athletics at keeping people like him?
Hopefully very good. We will see in the next couple of years, of course, whether we can keep hold of him in terms of, you know, keeping him in track and field. But he's here and he's enjoying himself. And you heard with the interview with Mark afterwards as well, he was pretty speechless. He didn't know really what to say, because I don't think he probably believed he has run as fast as he did. And he did a standing start. Let's not forget, this guy is very confident at such a young age. He didn't follow what a lot of kids do, like, well, everyone else is doing a sprint start, let me do one. He's like, no, I'm confident in my ability, I'm going to do a standing start.
Catherine, when you're looking out for athletes potentially here that can emulate what you've achieved in Olympic medals, is it enough to win here, or what are you looking for?
You look for the hunger, you look for the enjoyment that an athlete shows, and of course you do look at the performance, because it's a performance-led, isn't it? That's what sport's all about. But there's many British athletes, you know, Mark mentioned some at the top of the programme that have done well at the English schools, but there's many that haven't. There's many on the British team now that didn't make the English schools, they didn't make the finals, they didn't win the medals. So, you know, this is a breeding ground, of course, for a lot of natural talent, and my gosh, already this afternoon we're seeing it, aren't we? Some superb performances.
Fascinating stuff. Let's get back to the action now. Next up is an event that Catherine will be interested in, intermediate girls 300 metre sprint. So back to your commentators and Stuart Story.
Well, I'll give you the result of the 800 metres first of all, and what a good run it was. Sean Malloy of Kent 1:52.85, Jordan Bransberg of West Yorkshire 1:53.12, and Dudley Mason of Hampshire 1:53.27 in third place. Well, as John has promised, the next event on the track is the intermediate girls 300 metres. There's the lineup for you. Sophie Preece of Greater Manchester drawn on the inside. Amy Hilliard of West Midlands in lane 2. Grace Isles of West Yorkshire in 3. Sabrina Bakari of Bedfordshire in lane 4. Rachel Dickens of Surrey in 5. Lauren Blaken of Wiltshire in lane 6. Chiara Flannery of West Yorkshire in lane 7. And Matilda Rainsborough of Surrey in lane 8. Or on the outside, that's Matilda Rainsborough, number 78, Guildford Club, 40.27 her best. But we've got 4 in the top 10 rankings here in this race. Number 3, well, that's probably the favourite here in Grace Isles, Bakari, Sabrina Bakari. She's got a 38.99 to her credit, and ranks number 1 in the United Kingdom at the moment. That's Lauren Blaken, Wiltshire, all in those middle seeded lanes between 3 and 6 really to look out for in this final. Championship record at 38.35. Not a great deal of break in that, probably just looking at Rachel Dickens going off very, very quickly as they approach the bend. And all of a sudden Sabrina Bakari looking to make some impact, and I guess as she comes off the bend she may well be leading. I think she probably is. This long striding elegant young woman doing very, very well indeed. Just outside her is Rachel Dickens going well, and right on the inside is Grace Isles, and she's tying up, and this looks like Rachel Dickens coming through, and the favourite Bakari is fading down very badly, and this is Dickens. What a performance by Rachel Dickens there. And she can't believe it, 38.53, just a couple of tenths outside of the championship record. And Sabrina Bakari looked so much in control as she came to the bend and off the bend into the straight. Here she is. And really, she was left in the final stages by a good margin, really. I don't know what went wrong with her there. 38.99's her best, but of course we've now had a time a little bit quicker than that, so I guess the record books have all changed over.
Well, I think there are 2 decisive factors there. One, Sabrina Bakari is a year young. She's got another year in the age group. The other point is she's making the step up from 200 metres to 300 metres. And I think it's fair to say she gets to something like 230 metres here before the wheels start coming off. Rachel Dickens, who ran in this race 12 months ago, she finished 3rd, showing the sort of strength which will, in time, make her a very good one-lap athlete. As for Bakari, well, another year I'm sure she will develop. She'll be stronger for this experience, and I suppose sometime in the meantime she's got to do a bit more hard work as well. But Rachel Dickens showing in the end the experience of having run this very specialist event, the 300 metres.
Well, I'll tell you what, her personal best coming into this was 39.28. That was an indoor run. She was ranked second in Britain, but that 38.52, which is up on our computers now, obviously is a personal best. The championship record by Eleanor Cayley, 38.35, was set in 2000, and that was pretty good effort, actually. And she looked very, very strong in the last 50 or 60 metres.